War in the USA.
You have mistaken our love for peace for weakness.
Every Bountiful series reaches its 5th game eventually, but not many care to count all the way to 5. Call of Duty, Devil May Cry, Command & Conquer, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater all stopped numbering their games just before hitting numero 5, and many other prominent franchises gave up basic mathematics a long time ago. 5s seem to be most prominent in PC classics, fighting games, and Japanese action adventures. We curbed our list of 5th chapters to over 30 potential candidates, but it seemed appropriate to only count the winners on one hand. These don't necessarily embody all that it means to be the 5th in the series, if it means anything at all. These are simply the 5 best sequels ever made, with the number 5 in the title. Final Fantasy III brought the job system to the RPG series, and Final Fantasy IV made the characters feel real. Final Fantasy V did both, along with introducing other elements that would stick around forever, like Gilgamesh, Moogles, Blue Mages, and the tragedy of losing a central character from your party. More significantly, it dabbled with abilities across classes, a concept Square Enix would later develop in 10-2, 11, and most recently 14. It was 7 long years before us Americans got to play 5, and as it ventures to new consoles, more people can get a clearer picture of its all-important place in the Roman numeral legacy. Although it spent an exorbitant amount of time getting to the starting line, GT5 was the best racer of 2010, and the first full-price release from Polyphony in HD. Gran Turismo is all about variety, and among its many modes, 5 got serious about NASCAR and rally fundamentals, and less serious about go-kart riding and VW bus test tracks. With over 1,000 cars to chase after, purchase, and obsess about visually, it's one of the deepest games in the franchise. Other big names we looked at reached 5 and then blazed past it the following year. But each time a Gran Turismo game is released, it's something special. Another franchise that doesn't take sequels lightly, each new civilization is looked upon as a cultural milestone in the industry, taking gaming's potential to suck hours and days of our lives away to alarming new heights. Civ 5 made simple strokes like changing squares into hexagons, which altered everything from battle strategies to the aesthetic of the oceans and mountains, and forged major alliances by adding new city-states, which could work both for and against you. It's wonderful that a series about evolution has aged so gracefully. As we sit and wait for Civ 6, their 5th era stands as the pinnacle of diplomatic strategy. The Elder Scrolls V was one of those sequels you couldn't avoid. Like a digital plague, everyone knew at least one person that was affected by it. The question wasn't whether to visit the frozen wonderland, but how much time to spend there before realizing you don't finish the game, but rather pull yourself away from it. The jump in quality from Oblivion in one generation was staggering. The dragons added a level of scale unseen in most RPGs, and there was a near impossible amount of activities to find and finish. Whether you take to the bow or the blade, wear armor or the shadows, seek the narrative or the open world, there's something in Skyrim for every type of adventure. We didn't expect to see the 5th GTA so soon, as a Roman numeral usually heralds the series' arrival in a new generation. But at the tail end of this last gen, Rockstar gave us a pretty convincing argument to put our PS4 and Xbox One pre-orders on hold. Grand Theft Auto V is a gratuitous playground, both online and off, but most importantly, it's an incredible value in entertainment. There's more to see and hear in Los Santos than most developers bother with, because it's often in their best interest to just start making another game. But Rockstar thinks differently, and the investment has paid off so far. When it comes to 5s, This game's a 10.
Night after night, day after day, it went on and on.
Cheers.
Cheers.